lubricate those voice. What do you call it?
Let's do it. Action.
Welcome to this week's episode of Everyday Shit with myself and Georgie,
How's it?
where we discuss everyday things, discuss our lives, try to find the funny side of everything, and try and entertain ourselves and you in the process.
First episode of the new year.
Yes, first episode in a little while. It's been a busy start to the year.
We've been holidaying
Yeah, and trying to fucking
and
catch up.
selling businesses.
Yeah, and trying to catch up with life because we've been chasing our tails since December.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. So you start. Tell us, how was it that you went on holiday later than the rest of us, right? You went
Yeah.
in December, you went in Jan.
Yeah, so we didn't really go on a holiday as such, but we did go on a little trip down to Cape Town. So Nix's sister has a dog that was staying with her ex-husband, and the ex-husband has immigrated to the UK, and they didn't really know what to do with the dog. So Nicola's mother decided they would take the dog, but then he's 15 years old and flying him is not really an option.
Yeah.
And we needed a little bit of a getaway. So we said, well, look, we'll go.
Super.
That's it. We'll go down, have a little bit of a trip. And
Nice.
then, we went to Table View side,
Okay.
but because I don't do the driving to Cape Town.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay.
I mean, I did in December, but I hated it.
And same. And so we decided, look, we're going to stop over, like make a bit of a road trip of it so that it's not so bad. We ended up in a little town called Hanover.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever been to Hanover?
I didn't, but we drove past it, obviously, because I did the commute, but I've never been in. Tell us, what was the experience?
It's like something out of Texas Chainsaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. No offense to anybody that lives there.
Yeah, well, either which way.
All offense?
Yeah, fuck, I don't know. I see people there that have like businesses and stuff there, and I'm like, please tell me you grew up here, and that's why
And that you didn't opt to actually do this, yeah.
Move here. Like, what? When you visited this place, what made you go? This is, you know what? I fancy living here because it's like,
Although think about it, if you saw like a niche or something that can make you money and you were like, you know what, let me start a channel, I'll come here once every month or whatever.
I tell
Even
you,
that, no.
even that, even we were there one day in, one day out.
Wait, so you booked this online, obviously.
Yeah,
so you didn't know
yeah.
what the F was going
Nah.
on. Okay. Then you got there and how did Nicola find this?
No, well, Nicola was the one who actually booked this stuff. So, but let's put it this way. The places we stayed at, really nice. It's just, basically, it's like a truck stop town. There's nothing nice about it.
It's literally for you to sleep and wake up.
That's it. And it's in the Karoo. So it's like, there's nothing pretty about the place. Except
Desert.
and then as we stop, there's people already begging us for money. You know, like you get out your car.
Because when we went to the Karoo in December, we also stopped in like one of those towns, and it does sound so familiar. But anyways, we had also stopped to like put petrol, and as you get out the car, there's like 3 at your car begging for something, and you're just like, wow, crazy. Then you tell them, no, I don't have any change or cash on me. Then they say, okay, well, you go inside and buy me a Red Bull. I was like, I'm sorry. This
Yeah.
bloke didn't even ask me for a fucking sandwich, a Red Bull.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
And that was the other thing that I found so crazy. So we go to this one place for dinner, and I'm looking at the menu now, taking into consideration, I think it's probably the little town's got a population of probably 20 people. Okay,
You now been to it then?
yeah, so it's actually 18. But then a beef is frittata. It's 400 rand.
How the fuck?
And I'm like, is this a massive tourist destination that I'm not, and it's only busy in December or something? But I'm like, you're fucking.
I wonder if maybe you did get it after its craze though.
Wow.
No, but 400 rand anywhere, like the prices went
Yeah.
up in Cape Town.
That's my point. And then also, if you were in Cape Town and you were paying, you're probably paying for the view. Listen, I'm paying.
Because I did pay 400 rand for a steak at one of the wine farms there. That's a different story.
100%.
You know, you've gone there to taste wine afterwards. They tell you, go to our restaurants, and then
You're a little bit sore.
already lick it up. So you're like, this 400 rand steak,
Okay.
250 gram
Tastes
steak for 400
amazing.
rand. Yeah. It was like a really dope meal though. I finished everything.
Oh.
If I could have licked the plate, I would have.
So, talking about that. Anyway.
You started thinking about food, and then you lost words. I was like,
I thought, yeah, that steak was good last night. So anyway, so the food is crazy, and I'm like, who the fuck are you selling to? Because that, what?
Is it like some top grade or I don't even know?
No, I don't even know. But my point is, read the room.
Yeah.
The people outside are walking with fucking random crap that they pick up everywhere, probably trying to sell it as scrap metal somewhere. Who's coming in after?
I wonder.
Like, I'll give you an example. So when we stayed at the hotel, it was like you were like in a compound. You got in, there was a massive gate.
It was like another little world.
Yeah, it's like fucking you wouldn't like inside was so lacquer there's some
Maybe all of those people that say they do end up eating at this restaurant, so they realize.
Yeah, they do. But the only difference is that there was only 3 of us staying in the whole. When I say three couples. We left on the 15th and we came back on the 9th. So it was just like it was 3 of us. One couple was from Pretoria, and it was us, and I don't know where the other couple came from. Again, it was pet friendly, so that also. But the point is, like, it's not like if you're living on 3 couples a night.
That's why it's 400 rand.
Yeah, that's it. Because also I went there, I wanted to go print something. They're like, we haven't had a printer for 2 months. All right, well, I guess printing
It's
is not such a big
amazing
thing.
to see how other people live, and especially because, like, we live in Joburg, so everything is all this like rush and this and that, and everything's quick. And if you need something, you can do it from the comfort of your own home, and you can leave your get in your car and get anything within like a 1 kilometer radius, basically. So it's weird to see that people live like that. Actually, sometimes look at them and think like, must be freeing being as careless as you.
100%. So when I used to still work for my previous company, and occasionally I went down to like East London to go help out. And then I go see like a customer and then there's an issue. And so then like the one day it was like 4:15. And I was like, okay, listen, it's going to take me a little while to fix this. So get comfortable. I was like, no, buddy. 4:15, we got to be back at the office by 4:30. So pack up, we're leaving. And I'm like, okay, so we'll be back tomorrow morning. He's like, nah, tomorrow we're doing this, when we're doing that, whatever. If we're lucky, we'll be back here by Thursday. I'm like, looking at this guy, and I can just see him like, just stay, just fix it. I can't wait till Thursday. And I'm like, sorry, bud, we're leaving. And he's like, I'm going, if that was Joburg, the guy would be like, fucking lock the doors. You have to go nowhere.
Personally, there would be no such thing of we need to leave at 4:30.
Yeah.
If you're not done till 9, you are staying here and doing it. I did have someone that I worked with once. His name was Klaus, German guy, really old. And he got so fucked off with Telkom once that nothing was ever getting fixed. I can't remember what the problem was in his office. So then the one time we got a Telkom technician to come out, and he was fixing something in his office. And it like just wasn't getting done. And eventually the guy wanted to come back and he locked him in the office. He locked the door and he was like, I got whiskey in there and a bathroom there. If you need anything, you'll be fine, but you are fixing this. And he phoned Telkom himself to be like, I have held one of your guys here. And now in this fucking thick German accent. And was like, that's it. Until he is done, until you rectify this mate ain't leaving. He's like, I've left him with booze in the bathroom. He's fine. Like, and they eventually rectified it like within an hour. Yeah. Little bit of kidnapping or holding hostage. Yeah, holding hostage. So it does help. Okay, so you stay in the Karoo, then made your way to Cape Town.
Cape Town, fetched the dog, and we obviously stayed there for a couple of days. Did some, read the spice route.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. That's a goodie.
We did Llandudno because that's where Nick's and the family used to always go.
Okay.
That's where they scattered their father's ashes. So we went to go to the beach there.
And it was just you two, hey?
Just us two,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So anyway, did that. Came back to Joburg, and then life continued. And yourself?
Well, I want to hear about your Valentine's Day because I know you're a romantic.
Yeah.
But okay, my December we hit Langebaan.
Yes.
So we also did land up driving because a friend of ours had souped up his Hilux and wanted to go make the most of it. So we did like 4x4 in the dunes and went to the beach and we did sandboarding, and it was one of those holidays where we got like a happy medium because there was chill time on the beach, but then there was also like being active and all of that. So it was really cool. When I got back, I felt like an elephant. It was so bad. Just felt so the accommodation that we got it for free. A friend of my friend was literally like, you know what, you've just done so much for us in the year, like have the place for 7 days for free, which is like quite a good opportunity for Langebaan. So the apartment was really beautiful. It was like in these luxury apartments, but we kind of thought that when we looked at the pictures, obviously the way now this apartment building was done, the one side of the apartment has all of their balconies and they all have a bar on their balcony.
Okay.
when we were looking at these pictures, we're like, okay, cool. Well, we'll stop at the butcher. We'll fill our freezer with a bit of like meat because we wanted to make it that like during the days we're out, but at night we'd like to come and make like our own bar, chill on your patio, have a few beers, but in the comfort of your home, you know?
100%.
And then it turned out when we got there, they had weirdly navigated this set of apartments the opposite way. And so the balcony didn't have the bar. Instead, the bar was inside the kitchen. Super, super weird. I've never ever seen this. I've seen people's bars in their entertainments. Fine, because that's like away from the house. But like smack bang in the middle of the kitchen. Like kitchen, island, in front of that, the fucking bar. Like, and it's this open plan apartment. So as soon as you want to start making a fire, best believe everything you have. Like we had like our towels always hanging over the bar stools.
Yeah,
Get back from the beach or whatever. We were just, putting them, because it was so extremely hot in December, that really we were hanging it over the bar stools and it was drying within like 2 hours. So like the towels will get a smell, and so this now like landed up making us have to go out for dinner every single night.
Okay.
So we sort of changed it up and then went to the shop and rather bought some eggs and bacon and stuff, and then we'd make our breakfasts at home.
Quick question. Did you go and buy all the meat before?
So we bought some,
Okay.
but what we landed up doing was we went to like Cape Union or Checkers Outdoor or whatever, and we bought one of those little portable outside bars. And so essentially what we did was we took that to the beach and used our meat there and made because we found a private beach that like nobody was on.
Okay.
So we had it the whole day to ourselves. No, I don't know. But it was basically like half an hour out of Langebaan. And I'm sure my phone will show me the location.
Okay, cool.
And so we took the little bar there and our meat and everything in a cooler box, and we did land up 4x4ing on the dunes that day and having a bar on the beach. So very, very magnificent day. But anyways, so Langebaan was great. We ate out a lot. We ate really good. We didn't drink that much because it was 2 couples. We were pretty good with that. There's no point getting like pissed up every night if there's only 4 of you. We would do things like play Jenga and this and that. Like, it was nice. We rested.
Okay.
Because everyone deserved the rest, So yeah, I came back to Joburg, started my new job, which was supposed to be the 15th. And then they moved it to the 24th, which I was not happy about because then that means I did not get paid for that. February's been treating me well with no salary, but it's okay. Luckily, I'm a good saver.
Okay.
Yeah, and work is good, but the commute is far. It's really cute. So now to put in perspective, I do 50 kilometers one way, 50 kilometers the other way. So I'm leaving my house by like 5:45 in the morning and waking up at 5 every day, which I know like some early risers are going to be like, oh, it's not bad. I'm not used to it.
Especially working from home.
Especially 5 years not having to sit in any traffic or anything like that. It's a huge shock to my system.
With trauma counseling.
I swear I need it soon. I need it soon. So anyways, but I've been going. What can I do? I've got to work.
Yes.
It's been very hard to navigate because I had 1 week with my boss and then he backed off back to the UK. So now I just got to know how to do everything.
Okay.
And yeah, there's been no one teaching me. So it's been
A learning curve.
It's been a rough start to the year.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, started work, busy trying to navigate that. Then there are talks of us possibly moving our offices to Sandton, which would essentially be 20 kilometers closer for me. But we also all know that Sandton is the biggest fuck up that you got to leave at 5 anyway.
Yeah. Yes,
So-
especially in the afternoon. They're always so busy fucking with building there. That all the roads are always bloody closed or something going on.
And that's why I'm like, I'm not really sure this is going to benefit me anymore.
More.
So what can I do? The only difference is that if we move to Sandton, I do have a Virgin Active right by me. Whereas now, to get myself to the gym, right, I either need to finish work. So I finish work at 3:30 and I run out of there. And then I get home by like 4:30, 22:05. So it takes me over an hour to get home. And then I can go to gym in my area.
Okay.
Or I've attempted going to gym at 5 in the morning in Centurion, but then the gym is actually 15 kilometers away, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. So when I'm done training, I've now hit that peak hour, and then it takes me 40 minutes to get from Centurion to Centurion. So it's been very hard to navigate all of that. So that's been crazy.
Okay.
In addition to all of that, my poor doggy is dying. So I have a dog he's 15 this year. His name is Nike.
Okay.
And yeah, it looks like he might have like gotten a brain tumor. So I'm trying to also look after him. I'm feeding him and we're making him drink water, this and that, which is all fine on the weekend. But when you got to go and do your duties during the week, you kind of have to make these calculated decisions of what are you going to do with the dog. I'm kind of in that waiting process of them letting me know, is it actually a brain tumor? Is it this? Is it that? But he's also 15. So if it is something, I can't operate on it. He is way too old.
Yeah.
So he's in really bad shape.
Sorry.
So I've got to make some of those hard decisions in the week coming as well. And we know our dogs are babies, hey?
No, I tell you what, I'm really sorry.
So I've been trying to process this for like the last week. I am single again.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
This is all in January, by the way.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything you want to discuss, or you'd rather not?
I did eventually call it off, but it just was one of those things where I felt we weren't meeting each other's requirements. It's in no way that I'm like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I have no hard feelings towards the man. I would suspect that he has some hard feelings to me because I obviously did call it quits. So anyone whose heart has been broken is not in a good place within 1 week of being broken up with, you know. So, but as an adult, I had to just be like, I don't think we're aligning. It doesn't look like we're meeting each other's requirements. We started getting into these arguments of constantly what the other one was expecting from the other, and just realizing over and over again the whole of January that we just weren't meeting each other, even 60% of what we were expecting out of that person. So I had to just also sit back and be like, hold on, let's reevaluate. But when we talk relationships, we can do a deep dive into that. So yeah, like there's been so many positives. There's been like, I look at the positives of everything. I had my dog for 15, 16 years. The positive. I was with her Jono only for 5 months. So we can learn from this and hopefully,
maybe still remain friends in the long run, or you don't think that's
I don't think so.
Okay.
I definitely don't think so. I think there's a little bit too much hurt. You know, and when you love each other and you wanted to be with each other, you didn't want to be each other's friends. And so when it doesn't work out, sometimes you have to take that decision to turn away. Yeah.
Okay.
The work thing, there is positives, you know, like I'm learning, it's an amazing new challenge. And if I do decide and I do excel at it, it can be a really good project for the next 2 years where I can be like, I have accomplished a lot here. So also big positives, but also huge downfalls this year. And you know what they say, if it starts off shitty, it's going to end up well. So, yeah. And I'm not a astronomer, like I'm not into like star sign. I don't really understand a lot about it. But one of my friends who's like super into it, the whole of like December and the first week of Jan, she was like, Georgie, just like careful, hey, because Aries is moving into whatever the fuck, I don't know what it's moving into. Apparently it's like the year of the Aries or something like that.
Okay,
I don't know a lot about this, so like I could be speaking shit. But basically, she said the sentence to me, and she's like, you better watch out because it's like Saturn is going over this and what. And she was like, and Aries apparently this year are going to be some very hardcore people. Like, they're going to be a bit temperamental. They're going to make rash decisions, and they're just going to fucking go head on, you know, like a bull. Go horns first. And I don't know what she was saying. And she's like, and it's going to be to your benefit, but damn, you're going to be trouble this year. And I was like, oh my gosh, please leave me alone. I don't believe in any of that.
Okay.
And then like within 3 weeks, I was just like, bashing shit out the way. And then I just thought about it and I was like, oh, maybe she was correct.
So, okay, on to some other things. How's the new place? And
Loving my place.
okay.
I do already feel like I can have something bigger.
Because I assume that's where you're doing a lot of your TikTok videos from.
No, they're actually mostly from my office.
Oh, is it? Okay. No, because obviously you've posted a few this week and I've watched them and I'm going, wonder if that's your...
Did you guys see the Checkers one?
I think I did, but
I posted it
bad at the moment.
It's all good. Let me remind you. I posted a TikTok video because I went to Checkers and I did one of those things, right, where you're like, I'm just going for 2 things.
Yeah.
But then it landed up that like my hands were like powerful shit. It was like I really pulled one of those. You needed a basket. And so I bought a new pair of shoes for work and the back of my foot was now like getting cut up and it was killing me. So a lot of the people in my office are Muslim.
Okay.
And so we don't really put pork in the microwave or anything like that.
Okay.
The night before I'd eaten pork, so I was like, fuck, I can't pack my lunch because I can't warm this up at work. Right. So that next day I was like, it's chilled. I know I'm going to go to Checkers and get some food or whatever. Because there's nothing else around. Go to Checkers, grab everything I want to grab, and then I go and I grab plasters because now the back of my foot is sore and I put the plasters on, whatever.
I remember
pay for the plasters, get to the office and the fucking box is empty.
Yeah.
Got no plasters and my leg is still sore. But they did get a hold of me, like straight away. They sent me a voucher.
Okay.
They like apologized publicly on the forum or whatever. So like they were on the ball, and I
Well
get
done,
it, like
Checkers.
yeah, like
Good on
super
you.
well done, Checkers, because it's not their fault that someone probably stole all
Oh,
the
that
pastas.
shit out of it. People as well.
And then obviously she was saying that like it is like a little bit of protocol, anything like that things can be taken out of. They either have to put that like seal, or they do need to go actively check. So like there was like, let's say, a percentage of negligence from that Checkers that no one was like checking boxes and stuff. But everyone's also just a human.
Yeah.
But people were commenting on the post because I didn't expect it to get like 20,000 views. People were commenting on the post like, you're like the happiest upset person. And it really wasn't this thing that I was like now bashing Checkers. It was just really this thing that I was like, oh my gosh, how does this happen? Like the one day that my foot is so sore. So anyways, they got back to me. It was really cool. So yeah, I got a voucher. I haven't even used it.
How's the foot?
No, it's fine now.
How's it better?
Yeah, it's fine because I did eventually
Get
go
it
buy
for-
another
yeah.
box of plasters. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and then there was like those invisible plasters, and then someone still commented saying like, "Wow, those are really good invisible plasters." There are so many funny comments, but
They
like,
actually are in there.
yeah,
You just
the
haven't
most
found them.
consistent comment was like people being like, "Oh, you're an idiot! Like, why didn't you look? Like, why didn't you shake it? Like, didn't notice." It was hilarious.
I don't know, because I'm going to replay the last time I bought plasters. And I don't know if I would have shaken the box.
No, and also plasters are extremely light.
Yeah.
So you don't expect any weight to this box.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty funny. But I have been a little bit more consistent on my TikTok this year. I've been trying to be
No,
more
I just I
consistent.
see you.
I have deactivated my Instagram. I've decided to go off Instagram for a little bit. So TikTok I was mainly keeping because I post on it. And
Yeah.
then also I really enjoy like all the investigative journalism that goes on TikTok. Super into the Epstein files. I have dived deep into that.
Okay.
Super into what's happening with Blake and Baldoni. Like, so I've been keeping up with all of it. And that's like the primary reason I keep my TikTok. It's more like a podcast to me. Like I play all these like investigative journalisms, like journalists like parts and what their findings and stuff like that. Whereas Instagram, I felt at work was distracting me immensely. Like because it's people you know, so you have more curiosity to know what's going on.
Okay.
And then I was just getting lost in the reels. Like it was distracting the shit out of me. So I was like, nope, it's got to go. Then my breakup happened, and I was like, oh, I just don't think it's the right time to be on Instagram right now. So I've deactivated that, and I feel quite free without it.
Okay.
My screen time's gone down.
Okay. You know, like the one thing I've noticed is, for some reason, my social media usage has gone nuts. Like, I'm going to Facebook, wish happy birthday, then I'm pretty much done. Like, I don't feel like scrolling forever in a day.
Well done.
Instagram, same thing. Like, I go in there, I quickly, obviously, check a few stories, whatever, quickly look at a few things.
Are you a TikTok?
That's it. I haven't really been going on TikTok all that much. I'll also go on, like, obviously check, like, especially my, like, friends' page or whatever. Like, I'll go there, I'll quickly check what everyone posted and that's something, see your videos, and then maybe I'll go to my For You page and if there's something that's fun. And then other than that, I don't know. I don't know what has caused it, but I've just, like, been...
That's a nice ship to have. It's so healthy.
Yeah.
It's so healthy.
So I'm trying to also get to a point where I'm off my phone more.
Mine has been like the opposite. I've literally had like withdrawals from my Instagram, and I left it like the app was still there because the Instagram for our podcast, and then my work's Instagram is still on my phone because I check those too often. I have it on my iPad, but sometimes I don't want to whip out a whole iPad to see something for work. I found myself waking up in the morning and then straight away going into the Insta app, even though my Insta's deactivated, and I go into it straight away, and then I had to close it and be like, oh yeah, I don't have it. So it's like my brain just wants to go into that app all the time. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is a problem. This is a huge problem.
So for me, what I'm trying to do now is no phone on the couch at night when you're watching TV, and no phone in the bed. So like when you get in bed, we're in bed. There's no being on your phone, scrolling, fucking doing shit, whatever. So get your scrolling and shit done when you can. So obviously that's also been, I think, a bit of a shift for me where I'm trying to lead by example. And once again, I think it's like with any sort of addiction, the longer you stop doing it, then you suddenly start realizing, but
It's just necessary.
Yeah, I actually don't really need this. You know, like, as I said, once again, like Facebook and stuff like that, it's good to catch up and like quickly just see what's
No,
going
you don't have the control with it the way you do. 100%. It's like, it's awesome having it. But as soon as you cross that line, it's nice to be self-aware and to know, like, you've gotten a bit too much. And that's how it was for me. Like, I was actively waking up 20 minutes earlier so that I could get my social media time in. In one way, it was responsible.
Yeah.
In another way, it is addiction.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I don't have this 20 minutes at work because now I'm really busy or I've got training or this or that. So I'd wake up 20 minutes earlier to get my social time in. That's a bit of a problem, I think, you know?
Irresponsible as
And
well.
a responsible
because,
problem,
because
but
you're finding a solution to an issue, but as you say,
now I'm like, I think I'd rather get that 20 minutes sleep.
100%, or yeah, do something else, maybe it's more productive. In that sense.
100%, yeah. So definitely trying to ease up on the socials a bit. I've kept my Pinterest.
Okay.
Like, I like my Pinterest, but I'm not on Threads, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on any of that.
Okay, were you on Facebook prior?
No, I wasn't, but I did have an account because of like other work stuff and this and that,
Okay.
and I'm not actively on any of that anymore because now I can control all of my work stuff from my Instagram account. Because literally the only ones I have is for this and for work, and the work one is so boring because it's just architectural crap. Anyway, so moving away from socials, tell us about your Valentine's. Let's move into something positive. How was
Okay.
it? And how was the food? Because you couldn't talk when you were going to tell me about that.
Okay, so what we did is we started off yesterday, woke up, exchanged gifts and things like that. I got Nicola a few bits of jewelry, and I decided instead of going to go buy a card, I'd make one myself.
Oh, that's so cute.
I spent Friday night while she was bathing, busy doing her card
Oh,
and
that's
stuff like that.
amazing.
And then I decided yesterday we would go to all the places and do all the things that we did during our courting, if you want to put it that way.
The courting. Okay.
So like it's yeah. So we used to, when we were, as we call it, vibing, we used to always come, like she'd be on her way back from work and she'd be like, listen, I'm coming on my way back from work. You want to meet at Titan for a smoothie? So I'd be like, sure, sounds like a plan that I would meet you. So yesterday we wake up, our bathroom is flooded.
All right. I want to backtrack a little bit.
Yes.
I hear you referring to hour all the time.
yes.
Have you guys moved together?
Yes.
Okay, let's start there, Jimmy. That's
Okay.
so true.
Yeah, so
I just want to see it. This is so opposite. We did start this at the same time, and you see some people are a success and some people are just drinking their hot chocolate.
no, well, once again, like with the
No, it's fine. Like, I'm so happy for you guys.
Oh, thank you very much. So what happened was,
Yeah, how did this happen? I know it's like you guys were very open to talking about the fact you're both adults, you're both in your 40s. Obviously know that you guys were very logical about this,
Yes.
but you knew that eventually you were going to do this.
yeah, so what basically happened is one day, Nicola and myself just sat and we spoke, and like we started listing like our expenses and things like that. And we started noticing we spent about 40,000 a month just on accommodation between the two of us. And
Yeah, in both your houses, yeah.
And then we started like looking at groceries and this. You are either at my house or I'm at your house. But we spend most days, the entire day together. As I said, like when her daughter...
You guys have sort of morphed into one entity now, yeah.
So we're always together. So we were like, we can save money. Either I'm sleeping at your house or you sleeping at my house. There's very seldom is there nights where we sleep
Apart, yeah.
So we were just like, so it makes sense to move in together. And then what had happened was we got a really sweet deal on the place.
Okay, so you guys decided to both move away from your places
Yeah.
and get a nice new mutual spot. I
Yeah.
really like that idea. That was really good.
So
You're not coming into mine, I'm not coming into yours. We get our own.
and so the biggest reason for it was, okay, even the house that I had in Limvista was quite big. But even there, I think we would have been I don't know. Now
That's
that
the one thing you were saying, that you guys needed a lot of space.
So me moving into her house wasn't a possibility. The place that I had in Newmarket, I really downgraded there. Okay, it's still 3 bedrooms and whatever, but just in general, so we had to find something bigger. So it just so happened that my uncle phoned and he was like, look, they live like in this 8-unit complex. And he's like, listen, the unit down the bottom is like available, and I know the guy, and obviously I can organize you a sweet deal.
Okay.
So anyway, so he then said, look, come have a look.
Right,
you know
yes,
where Slovakia is?
Yeah, Sol Slovakia, yeah, right.
We stand at our gate, you can see Sol Slovakia.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
So anyway, so then,
And walk there.
yes, we have actually.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, so we like go, walk there, order food, then go for a little walk around the block.
That's
Come back,
perfect.
get up
Yeah.
and walk home. So anyway, so my uncle, so initially it was sort of just for me. So I said to Nick, I'm like, look, my uncle's showing me this place and I can save money. Because this place, I'm paying $2,500
Less
than what I was paying
for more space.
for load more.
Because the new Red Roof, they're very spacious. I have some friends that live there. They're very spacious.
It is extremely, like, everyone that comes there goes, your place is so deceiving. Okay, it's a duplex.
Yeah.
But people are like, it's so deceiving because, like, when you see, like, if I could tell you, like, our bedroom, it's fucking huge. I mean, our bedroom is probably from here to where the black wall is there.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's still another section around the side. And
The bedroom alone is like 30 square meters.
it's huge. And then also, it probably goes to the end of, no, maybe more, to that, where those tables are.
That's
where
wild.
26 is, it's massive.
Okay.
So we've got like couches and shit in there.
So you knew you were going to look at it, and how did it get to a point then?
So what we did is, obviously, on our way there, I said to Nicola, I was like, look, obviously we've spoken about maybe moving in together. I'm like, look, this is what I'm looking at, but have a look at it from a point of view of maybe you moving as well. So anyway, we got there. So first we got outdoor parking under a carport behind the closed gate for 2 cars. Then we've got the double garage. Walk into this massive lounge with the entertainment area, kitchen, downstairs bathroom, outside little garden, but it's extra too.
Yeah, those places, they are great.
Then you go upstairs and you have 3 bedrooms. Like each bedroom has its own bathroom.
Amazing.
So we walked out there, and obviously the price that we're paying for it, Nicola just looked at me and she was like,
It's kind of a no-brainer.
it's a no-brainer. She's like, fine. We are getting so much more space, and I think we worked it out. We are saving in totality about 20,000 a month because now
That's like someone's whole salary.
because like we're now sharing the Wi-Fi, we're sharing the
Groceries,
the domestic,
utilities, yeah.
the everything.
So now tell me, did you two own your houses?
Okay, so obviously I don't because I
Oh, but you got rid of your property. And
they went in the divorce. I was renting and so forth.
And she owns her. So did she rent it out?
So she's busy renting hers out. So
And where's hers?
hers is in Maysdale.
Okay. Is it
Yeah.
bigger than mine?
I'll send you the link.
I want to look at it.
Send you the link. Well, let's actually talk about that. Just I'd like to see what you're paying, and just see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so then that's how we got started. So yeah, so we moved in at the end of Jan. So
Oh, so like now, recently.
yeah,
Okay.
like literally, I think this is our second week.
Amazing.
But moving is a stressful
Oh,
situation.
God,
I won't lie
such
to you.
a bitch. I hate moving.
I promise you. And like for instance, on moving day, Nicola obviously she takes her dishwasher out and everything, and next minute she phones me. She's like, "Whole fucking kitchen's slow," and I'm going, "Why? What the hell's going on?" So in her place, when she bought the place, the dishwasher came part and parcel of the whole of the deal. So what they've done is so she's got a double sink, and where your basin comes out in the bottom and it goes to the new bin, they had like a little V, like a V shape. So one comes down, and then there's another hole
Where you can put the other waste pipe.
Yeah, the waste pipe in. Well, unless you take the waste pipe out, the water just flows.
Oh, God, you need to stop it.
So I was on the way to our new place. Now I'm cleaning around. Now I'm heading back to hers to go see what's cooking. So I look. I'm like, okay, give me the one pod. Take photos. Now I'm driving around. Go to 6 different places. This is like a fucking anomaly size that nobody. It's right in between the 2 most popular, 25 mil and 50 mil. This is a
This is like
28
a
mil.
30 oh,
This is a
God.
28 mil. Nobody keeps this, and I'm driving from place to place to place to place to place, and I cannot find a stopper. We still haven't found a stopper. So now it's just a case of you can't use the kitchen sink.
Oh, that's a big fuck up.
Yeah, it is, especially if somebody wants to move in there.
Can't like someone custom make it, or I don't know.
So the only option now again is, which is the option you sort of think is the easiest. Right, so you've got to take that whole plug out now and put it
and
in.
get a normal one that doesn't have. But what if the next person has?
That's exactly, because that's where the dishwasher
could-
space is.
You could leave it as is for now, and if the next person
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
coming does have one, then you make them aware, or if they don't, then you really make the effort to go buy the.
Yeah.
So and not panic yet, you know.
Yeah, but even if you think about it, even if they haven't got a dishwasher, you can put your washing
Your washing machine waste pipe and go.
No.
Yeah.
So, because
What a fucker.
anyway,
So there's been a lot of plotting going on.
yeah, well, yeah, fuck, recently I need a snorkel in the canoe. So, yeah, so that was the whole moving and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, getting back to
So now we fast forward to Valentine's. You
Valentine's
wake
Day.
up and you're in your new place and you wake up to your bathroom flooded.
Well, when I say flooded, it wasn't like underwater, but there was water everywhere on the floor. So anyway, so Nicola was obviously up first, and she comes and she's like, babe, fucking bathroom, the toilet's in.
Oh my
So
god.
anyway, yeah, we are cleaning up everything. Honey, together, the toilet now for some reason won't. So when you flush it, it won't go down.
Oh,
So I'm fucking at the back and I'm fidgeting because I'm like, there's no toilet paper or anything blocking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's we were flushing it to see where the leak is, and the toilet just kept filling and filling and filling.
Okay.
So anyway, so eventually I'm down the back and there's like a little like concertina type pipe, and I'm like fidgeting with that. Everything starts going down. So anyway, phone a plumber. Plumber comes up. There's something wrong with that pipe, and that pipe was leaking. So anyway, 1,400 rand later,
Fix it, yeah.
fix it, and it can't stop. We go from shit to chocolates. Well, it wasn't shit, but thank God.
Yeah.
That could have been worse. Let's look at the positives.
So you decided to incorporate all of the little things of when you guys were sort of starting out in one day.
Yeah,
How did this go?
it went really well. It was like a trip down memory lane.
So you guys are together 6 months now.
6 months on the 11th, whenever that was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. Brain is fried. at the
So
moment.
it's like 4 5 days ago. Valentine's was yesterday.
Yeah, so I think the whole thing with the plumber filled up my brain with this, and I was like,
Did you eat somewhere? Where did you go as you were done?
We did, and we ate. But I'm trying to think. We went somewhere first. I'm pretty sure of this. I just can't remember
Why
where.
don't we start with the last thing, then you can backtrack. What
Okay.
was the food that was so great at night?
Okay, so there's a restaurant at the Eco Estate called Cicada.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had a set menu. So obviously I was very pleasantly surprised with the food last night. So anyway, let me actually start from the beginning because then it gives you a whole, like a leader. So we did something in the morning. If I remember, I'll tell you. Then we decided we're going to come here because we used to always meet here.
Yes.
So we met here. We had smoothies here. Then we were going to go walk at Red Flag because when we first started like dating, we'd like go walking at Red Flag. But then the weather started turning, and also it rained so much the last couple of days. So, Red Flag going to be cuck muddy. So anyway, so we then went back home. They had a bit of a chat and a chill and whatever. Then we always used to go walk in the Eco Estate on a Sunday. So we'll go up to the lookout point, always take some drinks and whatever. So like yesterday afternoon before dinner, she didn't know we went to the rest at the Eco. So obviously I take some drinks up there. We go up to the lookout point, we have some drinks, we drive down, we go to the restaurant and have the set menu. The starters were really good, but like the steak that I had lost. Yes, that was just and the mash that came with it. I was like fucking
Oh my god, this man is talking so passionately about this meal.
I promise you, like I was like literally sitting when we were talking about it, I was going, yes, that was a really good steak.
But you know, when you do find that place where you just have like that good steak and mash or chips or veg, you just like, it's so worth ranting and raving about.
And now
I love a good steak.
and like now I'm like quite tempted to go to this restaurant more often.
I'm like, you're making me feel like I want to go. I
Oh.
forgot about it. Like,
And-
maybe I'll go.
And it's got such a like a view there. And last night it was like
What's the lookout point?
so there's trails in the Eco Estate. So when you go to the trails, like you can either drive up there or you could walk up. So we normally park down the bottom
And then you take a
up.
walk, yeah.
So then there's these little decks. So one is on the one side and one is on the other side, where there's like dustbins and things like that.
Okay.
It's very small. It's like a little square composite wood
Yeah.
area. And like for instance, every Sunday, or not every Sunday,
So
on
often,
a
yeah.
Sunday, me and Nicola would go because you get like a little 3K because it's a 1.5K to the one lookout point, one and a half go back.
And then tell me, obviously with the eco, when you get there, there's like security and
Yeah,
stuff. So
so
where do you
honestly-
tell them you're going?
Okay, so obviously we know some people that stay in the estate.
Okay.
So I just asked them if they'll give me a code, and they give me a code, and then we come in
Okay,
with
there's
the
the
code.
catch. You need
That's
the
it.
code to get in.
100%. So anyway, so then that's actually where we spend New Year's Eve. That's where we
Okay.
saw the New Year in. We
Okay.
drove up there and we like.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
It was actually very lekker. Because obviously you can see Glen Vista, Brackenhurst, everything.
That's very cool. So Nick and I like not like me in the sense that she's good with romance and she receives it well or whatever.
She
I tend
does.
to have a bit of a problem with that.
She does receive it well, and to an extent, she is also very romantic
Okay.
herself. Although I think I'm more,
yeah.
but she is like, I mean, for my birthday, she made me breakfast in bed.
Oh, that's nice.
There were like tons of balloons everywhere.
Yeah.
She like,
Look, I mean, it's so evident, like you two are really just so healthily obsessed with each other. And I think that is really good. And I think you guys found such a good balance of love and obsession for each other. Obsession can sometimes have a negative connotation to it, but you got to have a healthy amount of obsession for your partner, right?
I do.
And I think you two really have found a good balance with that. It does sound like you really locked in and listened to what you both need. And I think that's so good.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll give you an example. Like when we first met, she was like, "I'm not very affectionate," and I was like, "Oh God, I'm very affectionate," and now I'm gonna be.
But you kind of gotten it out of her.
Yeah, I mean, Nicola is extremely affectionate.
And it just, that's like the best indication of she feels safe with you.
Yeah.
Because that would never come out then, truthfully. It's like, I can say that as a woman. If she didn't feel 100% into you and safe with you, that part of her wouldn't have come out. So it's quite an accomplishment that you got that out of her as well. And I remember us like 6-7 months ago talking about this, like, what will we do with our next ones? How will we navigate it? How will we learn?
Oh,
And yeah, I'm proud to watch you because you really have taken a lot of the advice we were trying to give each other and you've really applied it.
and I tell you what, the only thing that I have also realized is there's just so much work still to be done, eh? There's just so much. Like even, like I thought, look, I've really gone, I've worked on myself, I've done, but then I still catch myself doing stupid shit, and then I'm like,
I completely understand.
know-
I completely understand. Through everything, I still look at myself and I'm like, well, you haven't done enough work. You actually have so much work to still do.
you know what I actually think it is? I don't know if it's that you have so much more work to do. Is I just think you need to put it into practice a little bit more.
Maybe, yeah.
Because what I am finding is the thing of mine which has got better. So I still don't stop doing some of the dumb shit that I do,
Yeah.
but I catch myself quicker
Than
doing
before.
it. So like I'll do something, I'll go, "You're doing it again. Stop."
Yeah. So it's not just about being self-aware about it, because you can behave like that and then afterwards be like, oh yeah, that's what I did. Instead, you're now starting to apply the know-how to cut it short or to stop it.
100%. Like for instance, overthinking. So like something will happen, and then I'll be like, and I'll start like playing all these scenarios in my head, and then I'm like, hey, okay, you can't predict
Calm
the
the F
future.
down.
You can't predict the future. You don't know what's happening. So stop fucking trying to overanalyze everything. Stop trying to already come up with a solution to a problem.
You've already
Really?
thought how to combat it.
You find yourself that you're in this bad mental space because you're already catastrophized. And so the long and the short of it is I still do it, and then I go, hey, that's what you're doing. Stop doing it. Like fucking cut it out.
Do you believe that, like, you must have the bandwidth for it as well, though? So
Yeah.
if it's the right person, you'll also naturally want to work on yourself more, I think. I don't know. Like, with me and Adriano, I've been thinking about this, obviously, since the day that we broke up, of like, what are the things that I've done wrong? How could I have navigated it better? Was I supposed to fight a little bit harder for us? But then on the other hand, I go, if I didn't fight hard enough for us, is it also that I didn't want it 100%? Because I think if you wanted something 100%, you wouldn't give up on it. So all of these questions are obviously playing in my mind all the time now.
You're doing a bit of
The reflection. So I don't know, like that's the one thing that I'm trying to dissect about myself now. Like, is it that you didn't have the capacity to actually fight for this? Or is it that you just knew that you didn't want it 100% and that's why you didn't fight for it? How the hell you know the difference? I wouldn't know.
It's no, and it's a really good question, but it is also a really tough question to answer. Let me ask you, like, did you have reservations going into this?
And for the first 4 months, I really just let it go. I was like, oh God, you're being spoiled, or you're being this, or you're being that. Until eventually got to a point where there was about 3 weeks straight where it was sitting heavy on my chest. And then I was like, this is not how it's supposed to be. Something with your partner shouldn't be so irritating for that amount of time, you know? And it's not to say that he is a irritating human or anything like that. It's just, if you have something sitting at the back of your mind like that, constantly causing you irritation or doubt and things like that, it's also time for you to sit with yourself and go, why is this happening? Lots of reflection that I got to do there as well.
I'll also say another thing is do yourself a bit of grace as well, because at the end of the day, Like, for instance, you want to know what you want as well, but also sometimes you got to figure shit out. Like, there's no perfect recipe on how to do shit.
I think
It's on and in it.
literally the way I think it is that it's not sometimes you know what you want, sometimes you learn what you don't want. That's, I think, we only know how to learn what we don't want because we're experiencing the thing that we don't like. And so I think that's maybe how we navigate through it.
100%.
But then also you don't want to get caught up in the I don't like, and then forget about all the things that you do like.
100%.
So listen, hurting another human is never fun. Never ever. And I've had people say to me like, oh, but you were like 5 months in, da, 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 da. And I'm just like, I feel like people forget that dating was to marry. Dating was, you were dating this person and trying to figure out, is this person you want to be with forever? No one gets to make you feel guilty that 5 months later you said, I actually tried this and it's not for me. Yes, people's feelings get involved, but if I try a face cream for 3 months and I don't like it, I have to move on to no face cream or another face cream. Do you know what I'm saying?
Once again, life is too short to be unhappy. You know, like, there should be no pressure that, okay, well, we're this far in. Like, I'm giving it lawful, like marriage. You've been married for 25 years. You've been married for 25 years and you suddenly realize it's not happy. We want to